Hi, I'm Deborah Ferruccio, and I wanted to share with you some information about racetrack noise pollution that is endangering the Afton community of Warren County, North Carolina. Afton is not only a quiet rural community, it's the iconic birthplace of the environmental justice movement. It's ironic that high impact noise pollution is affecting this community that had to deal so many decades with high impact landfill use. The racing noise is crossing property boundaries and is aggravating, it is obnoxious, it is affecting property owners and residents, farms, wildlife, and businesses. It affects hearing, of course, and the effects are acute and chronic when it comes to noise pollution. The annoyance, the distress, the distraction that are caused by noise pollution, they disrupt hormones, they reduce productivity and learning, they cause hypertension, high blood pressure, which leads to heart disease, stroke. There's permanent hearing loss, which significantly impacts a person's quality of life, and people can get tinnitus, a ringing of the ear from this kind of pollution. Noise pollution affects the peace of mind and the quality of life of people, which is a guarantee of one of the guarantees in our Constitution, domestic tranquility. Noise pollution has affected our family life because we don't have our kids and my students coming and visiting on weekends because of the disturbing noise pollution. Noise pollution affects also livestock, wildlife, and hunting, and it affects property values. Anywhere where people hear that there is racing going on, you're not going to want to buy property there. Noise pollution is not just a nuisance and an inconvenience, it is a hazard to health. And yet the federal government has left it up to the states, who've left it up to local governments to manage or mismanage or not manage it at all. Did you know that in Warren County you could wake up as Ken Ferruccio and I did and found that a couple, 200-300 feet from a property line, you have a racetrack that is deafening, and that you have to drive through the racetrack with people standing on your driveway to get to and from your home. This happened because there's no county oversight into the siting of these high-risk facilities.
This is our new, what we live in. Wow.
The Warren County Noise Pollution Ordinance does not protect persons and properties. In fact, it has exemptions that protect people who have facilities that are racetracks, solid waste landfills, waste processing facilities. If you want to shut your neighbor down because their party's too loud, you need to take decibel readings so that you can prove that. But when it comes to high impact land use facilities such as Country Boys Racing, you are not allowed to take decibel measurements to prove how detrimental the sound is. So this ordinance opens the door to pollution and environmental injustice, and it contradicts the very purpose of the ordinance, which is to protect the health and welfare and the quality of life of Warren County citizens. These exemptions discriminate against property owners, they protect and encourage high-impact polluting businesses, and they deter companies looking for safe and positive investments in Warren County. In fact, our common law system gives us the right to protect our persons and properties. And so Warren County citizens are looking to our past. We're going to work with county commissioners as we try to protect our future. We're asking citizens to contact their county commissioners and ask that they require a democratic process when it comes to the decision making involved with high impact land use facilities. The applicants must present and defend their plans at public hearings and meet environmental impact criteria and other criteria commissioners and the public deem necessary. Stakeholders must be central to this decision-making process, and the amendments must be made retroactive to Country Boys Racing, which was not required to follow these democratic procedures. We're asking citizens to contact commissioners at 257-3116 or to email them, and to come to the Warren County Commissioners meeting on February 5th at 6 o'clock p.m. This presentation was created by Ken and me, and we wish to publicly affirm that we have no personal animosity toward our neighbors. We only want to change the way that Warren County Commissioners regulate high-impact land use racetracks and other polluting industries, and we want to protect not only our own properties, but the properties of the Afton community and of Warren County citizens.